Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking to Sarah.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah.
Sarah, tell us a little bit about your job.
I work in IT as a software developer. It's an exciting job and I enjoy the work I do. I find it fulfilling to be able to solve complex problems and create software that can improve people's lives.
What made you choose that career?
Well, I've always been interested in technology and computers. Even when I was a kid, I enjoyed tinkering with gadgets and figuring out how they worked. As I grew up, I became more fascinated by the endless possibilities that technology offers and how it can be used to make people's lives easier. I decided to pursue a degree in computer science, and after that, I started working as a software developer. I've been in the field for a few years now, and I love it.
How long have you been working at your current job?
I've been working at my current job for about 2 years now. It's been a great experience so far, and I've learned a lot. The company I work for has a great culture, and I feel supported by my colleagues and managers. I've had the opportunity to work on some exciting projects and develop new skills.
And what do you do when you're not working?
When I'm not working, I enjoy spending time with my dog, going for walks or runs in the park, and playing with her. I also enjoy reading books and watching TV shows or movies, especially sci-fi or fantasy genres. Additionally, I like to travel and explore new places, try new foods, and learn about different cultures.
What is your dog's name?
My dog's name is Luna. She's a rescue, and I adopted her a few years ago. She's a mixed breed, and she's very friendly and energetic. Luna is my constant companion, and I love spending time with her.
What about your boyfriend?
My boyfriend's name is Alex, and we met at a mutual friends party about 2 years ago. We hit it off right away and started dating shortly after that. Alex is a software engineer, so we have a lot in common when it comes to our work. We've been together for about a year and a half now, and things are going well.
Do you and Alex think about marriage?
We've talked about it briefly, but we haven't made any concrete plans for marriage at this point. We are both focused on our careers and enjoying our time together as a couple. However, we have discussed the possibility of moving in together, which is a big step for us. We want to make sure that we are both ready for that level of commitment before we take the next step in our relationship. As for marriage, we will see what the future holds.
Do you want to have kids?
To be honest, I'm not sure if I want to have kids. It's not something that I've ever felt particularly drawn to, and I have other priorities in my life right now, such as my career and my relationship with Alex.
What do you think are the biggest challenges to raise a child nowadays?
There are several challenges that parents face when it comes to raising kids in this day and age. One of the biggest challenges is the impact of technology on children's lives. While technology can be a powerful tool for learning and communication, it can also be addictive and detrimental to children's development. Parents need to be mindful of how much time their kids are spending on screens and make sure that they are balancing it with other activities such as physical exercise and face-to-face interaction.
Are finances an important factor to consider?
Yes, I think that finances are an important factor to consider when making a decision about having kids. Raising children can be expensive, and it's important for parents to be financially stable in order to provide for their children's needs. Children require a lot of resources, including food, clothing, housing, education, healthcare, and more. Additionally, there are often unexpected expenses that come up, such as medical bills or emergency repairs. Parents need to be able to budget and plan for these expenses in order to ensure that their children have a stable and secure upbringing.
In your opinion, what are the biggest mistakes parents make when raising kids?
I think one of the biggest mistakes that parents make nowadays when it comes to raising a mentally healthy kid is putting too much emphasis on achievement and success at the expense of emotional well-being. In our society, there is a lot of pressure on children to excel academically and socially. Parents often push their children to succeed in school, sports, and other activities, with the belief that this will lead to future success and happiness. While it's important for children to have goals and aspirations, this emphasis on achievement can come at a cost to their mental health. Children need to know that they can make mistakes and learn from them, without feeling like they are failures if they don't excel at everything they do.
Do you think your doubts about having kids may jeopardize your relationship with Alex?
I think that my doubts about having kids could affect the future of my current relationship with my boyfriend. Having children is a major decision that can impact a couple's future plans and goals, and it's important for both partners to be on the same page about this. If my boyfriend and I have different views on having children, it could create a significant conflict that may be difficult to reconcile. It's important for us to have open and honest communication about this topic, and to understand each other's perspectives and priorities. At the same time, it's also important for me to stay true to my own values and desires. If I feel strongly that I don't want to have kids, it would be unfair to myself and to my partner to try to change my mind or compromise my own values.
Do you and Alex have similar points of view on everything?
My boyfriend and I have some different points of view on certain subjects, including politics and religion. While we share many common interests and values, we also have our own individual perspectives and beliefs. We both respect each other's opinions and have learned to have productive conversations about topics where we may disagree. We approach these conversations with an open mind and a willingness to learn from each other rather than trying to convince the other person to change their beliefs. I think it's healthy to have different perspectives in a relationship, as it can lead to interesting and enriching discussions.
Regarding your relationship, what would be a deal breaker?
While there are many things that could be potential deal breakers in a relationship, the most significant one for me would be a lack of trust and respect. If my partner were unfaithful or lied to me, it would be difficult for me to continue the relationship. Political views are important to me, but I believe it's possible to have different perspectives and still have a healthy relationship as long as there is mutual respect and understanding. Ultimately, I believe that a strong relationship is built on trust, respect, and open communication. As long as my partner and I can maintain those qualities in our relationship, I think we can work through most challenges and differences that may arise.
As an attractive young woman, are you constantly approached by men in the workplace or in social situations?
While it's natural to be approached by men in social and professional situations, it's important to set clear boundaries and communicate those boundaries assertively and respectfully. In the workplace, I believe it's important to maintain a professional demeanor and to treat all colleagues with respect and courtesy.
Have you ever been approached by a man who made you feel uncomfortable?
I have experienced situations where men have approached me in a way that made me uncomfortable. In one instance, a male colleague made repeated comments about my appearance and personal life that felt inappropriate and disrespectful. To address the situation, I spoke with him directly and let him know that his comments were making me uncomfortable and were not appropriate in the workplace. I was able to establish clear boundaries and communicate my expectations for respectful and professional behavior.
Is it more difficult to be a man or a woman?
I believe that both men and women face unique challenges and difficulties in this day and age, and it is not necessarily more difficult to be one or the other. Women, for instance, still face gender-based discrimination in many areas of life, including the workplace, healthcare, and social norms and expectations. Women also continue to experience high levels of gender-based violence and harassment, which can have a profound impact on their physical and mental health. At the same time, men face their own set of challenges, including societal pressure to conform to certain norms and expectations, as well as issues related to mental health and social isolation. I believe that it is important to recognize and address the unique challenges faced by both men and women.
What did you used to do as a teenager?
When I was a teenager, I used to spend time outdoors, hiking and camping with my family and friends. I grew up near a national park, so there were plenty of opportunities for outdoor activities. Also, I was very interested in technology and spent a lot of time tinkering with computers and learning how to code. This interest in technology eventually led me to pursue a career in IT.
Do you miss your teenage years?
There are certainly aspects of my teenage years that I look back on with nostalgia, but I don't necessarily miss them as a whole. I think that each stage of life brings its own unique challenges and opportunities, and I try to focus on making the most of the present moment rather than dwelling too much on the past.
What is your relationship with your parents like?
I have a good relationship with my parents. They have always been very supportive of me and encouraged me to pursue my interests and goals. While we have our differences and disagreements like any family, I feel fortunate to have parents who love and care about me. I also have a younger brother who is a few years younger than me. We get along pretty well and enjoy spending time together, although we don't see each other as often as we used to now that we're both busy with our own lives and careers.
Tell us a bit about your brother.
My brother and I have always been pretty close. Growing up, we were only a few years apart in age, so we shared a lot of the same experiences and interests. We used to play sports together, go on family vacations, and generally just spend a lot of time hanging out and having fun. Now that we are both adults, we don't get to see each other as often as we used to, since we live in different cities and have busy schedules. But we still keep in touch regularly and try to make time to catch up whenever we can. My brother is a really kind and thoughtful person, and he's always been there for me when I've needed him. I feel lucky to have him as my brother and friend.
Sarah, how do you see yourself in the future?
When I think about the future, I see myself continuing to grow and learn both personally and professionally. I hope to continue building my career in IT and taking on new challenges and responsibilities. I also see myself traveling more and exploring different parts of the world, both on my own and with loved ones. In terms of my personal life, I see myself continuing to develop meaningful relationships with the people I care about, including my boyfriend, family, and friends. While I don't see myself having children, I do hope to have a fulfilling and happy life surrounded by the people and experiences that bring me joy and fulfillment.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me. I hope your students have learned some new words.
That's it, guys. You know the drill. If you're a student, you're going to get a set of questions about this interview. If you're not a student and would like to know a little bit about the method, feel free to contact me. See you next time.